Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are now on the back of the sum and difference identities notes. Um, Today, we're going to first start with just another problem like the ones we did yesterday, just to practice that a little bit. And then we're going to talk about a couple different ways that you can use this. I have the unit circle up here. Use that as a reference. And then I have all of the sum and difference identities here. So this first problem says we want to find the tangent of negative 7 pi over 12. Okay. Now, the first thing we always want to do with this is turn that into degrees. So we're going to do 7 times 180 divided by 12. And you get 105. So negative 105. And then we just want to make that positive. Because remember, none of these things actually change. So none of these things actually change the value of this function. Remember, you can add or subtract 360 with no issues. So we're basically finding the tangent of 255. Now, if you look up here, tangent is y over x, but we don't have a 255 on our graph to use. So what we need to do is figure out, of the ones that we do have, of the numbers that are on this graph, what are two things that either add or subtract 255? If I can find those, I can plug them into the formula and we'll be good. Now, there's more than one answer here. Okay? One way to do this would be to look at, all right, let's say we know 225, right? That's right here. 225 plus 30 is 255. So we can use 225 and 30 because we have both of those on the unit circle. We could subtract. We could say 300 minus 45, which is also 255. And there's a ton of different ways to set this up, but you need to find two that either add or subtract to it. Since in the last notes we did addition, we'll do subtraction for this one just to kind of keep this, to show you an example of that. So 300 minus 45. So basically we're finding the tangent of 300 minus 45, A and B. So tangent of A minus B, we want to find this formula, and that's right here. Okay, so we're going to be doing tan of A minus tan of B over 1 plus tan A tan B. So tan of A minus tan of B is tan of 300 minus tan of 45 over 1 plus tan A tan B. So 1 plus tan 300 times tan 45. Now I fill it in and I simplify. So tangent of 300. So let's go up here. Tangent of 300 is going to be y over x. So I have negative square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2. Remember, tan equals y over x. Let's just clarify that. So these bottoms cancel. The answer is just negative square root of 3. So I'm going to put that here. And so it's minus whatever tan 45 is, and 1 plus negative square root of 3 times whatever tan 45 is. Now we just need to find tan 45. So tan of 45, tan of 45 is y over x. That one's nice because y and x are the same. So you just get 1. So minus 1 over negative square root of 3 times 1. And then for the sake of these notes and for this topic here, this answer is fine. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could rationalize the denominator. You do that by multiplying both top and bottom by that. Okay. If you want to go ahead and do that, you can. To practice, that's fine, but for our notes here, I am totally fine with you just leaving it like that. Okay? There we go. Okay, so there's number 6. That was like the last one that we did on the previous notes. Okay, now let's look at these examples here. So I've got tan of 48 plus tan of 102 over 1 minus tan 48 tan 102. This looks crazy complicated. But what you can think about is this. This is one of the formulas over to the left over here. Look, it's tan, let's say 48 is A and 102 is B. Which formula has tan A plus tan B and then 1 minus tan A tan B? Well, that's this guy over here, tan A plus tan B. So this is tan of A plus B, right? So going back to this, I'm going to take the A and the B off here. Well, A was 48. So it'll be tan of A plus B is 48 plus 102. This is the tan A plus B formula. So tan of 48 plus 102 is 150. And we have an exact value for tan of 150. If you look up here, 150, tan of 150 is y over x, which is 1/2 over negative square root of 3 over 2, right? Tan equals y over x, which is 1 over negative square root of 3, which this one's easy to rationalize, so we get square root of 3 over 3, but that's negative square root of 3 over 3. Okay, so there's number 7. All right, so next one, same idea. This is one of our formulas. We have cos A times cos B minus sine A times sine B. Cos A times cos B minus sine A sine B. Which one is that? Well, the one that has a minus in between is this one. So it's cos of A plus B. So cos of 300 plus 15, which is cos 315, which is the x value at 315, which is square root of 2 over 2. Okay. Couple left here. The next one, tan of 5 pi over 18. Again, just like before, convert these to degrees before you do anything. You can do that over here where you have some room. So tan 5 pi over 18 is 5 times 180 over 18 is 50. Minus tan of 180 over 36 which is 5 of tan, minus tan of 5 over, and then this is just 1 plus tan 50, tan 5. Now, which tan formula has minus on top and plus on the bottom? That's this one, tan of A minus B. So if A is 50 and B is 5, it's going to be tan of 50 minus 5, which is tan of 45, which we know is, looking at our unit circle, tan of 45 is y over x is square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2, which we already did. That just reduces to 1. Now, if I'm going a little bit fast, pause for a second and make sure you understand what's going on. All right, last one, same idea. 13 times, let's turn these into degrees. Sine of 13 times 180 over 10 is 234. That's a weird number. Cos 2 times 180 over 15 plus 24, or cos 24. Well, there's some weird numbers there. Cos 234, sine 24. Now, so this is sine A times cos B minus cos A times sine B. So let's see which one that is. Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. That's this bad boy right here. Sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So it's sine of the first one minus the second one. So this is sine of 234 minus 24. Well, that's sine of 210. And I'm assuming that that's one of the numbers on our unit circle. So let's see. Sine of 210 is the y value here, which is negative 1/2. All right, so now the last thing that we're going to talk about is what if they're not just numbers, what if they're letters? Well, the process is exactly the same. It's actually, believe it or not, a little bit easier because you don't actually have to solve anything. You just have to simplify it. So look at this one. Let's call 2xa and let's call 4xb. So this is cos A times cos B plus sine A times sine B. So when we're looking at this, which one is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B? It's getting a little messy over here. Which one is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B? That is this bad boy right there. Right? So it's going to be cos of A minus B. In other words, cos of 2x minus 4x. Well, what's 2x minus 4x? That's negative 2x. And you can just leave it like that. Don't worry about the last step in the notes. It's not very important. Okay, for what we're doing now, we will talk about it later on. All right. Down here, we have tan 4 theta plus tan theta over 1 minus. So which one has tan with plus on top and minus on the bottom? That's this guy over here. So tan of the first one plus the second one. So tan, oops, that's not my pen. Tan of 4 theta plus theta, which we know is tan of 5. Okay? All right, so those two, next one, same idea. This will be A, this will be B, AB. Which one's got sine A cos B minus cos A sine B? That's this one. So we're doing sine of the first one minus the second one. So sine of pi over 2 minus alpha. And there's nothing I want to do with that yet. Like I said, we will talk about where the next step comes from later on, but right now I just want to worry about the basics here. And then the last one is tan of A minus B, you'll notice. It's this one. So it's tan of y minus pi over 2. Now, please try a few of the homework problems for this. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I will I'll answer them as soon as I get them. Like I said before, you have an assessment that is going to be posted later this week that covers all of the material that we've done so far online, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.